Honorable Minister for Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, Sri Anand Kumar Hedge, dignitaries on the dais, ASSOCHAM members, ladies and gentlemen in the audience, all protocols observed. It is indeed my pleasure to be here at this unique summit that looks at skills and its intrinsic linkages to employment, a crucial thematic focus of the International Labour Organization. The landscape of skilling, as we have heard, is fast changing. While the pace and extent of this change varies along countries and also along sectors within countries, there is likely to be significant change in the composition of occupations. Existing skills development systems must hence meet future skills demands. A focus on youth and women is critical. We have to ensure access to skills to the vulnerable, those impacted by globalization, by climate change and technological shifts, and other factors as well, so as to enable them to both access the labor market and continue to contribute in the labor market, and therewith the country's economy and social development. Although it is challenging to anticipate the sectors that will create jobs in the future, a robust labor market information system would help us forecast skills needs. For this, access to real-time data is of essence. Another challenge is India's large informal economy. The unorganized sector is an engine of growth. The trend we see is that workers face multiple barriers to skill access, and the lack of sought-for skills and low skills result in low productivity and thus low-income jobs. This is worrisome. The ability of a country to prioritize and act on reorienting the skills development system to meet the needs of informal economy workers holds the key for reducing inequality and achieving inclusive growth. There is merit in moving towards skills certification, skills portability, and recognition of prior learning, which was just highlighted here by the speaker before me. India's significant progress in promoting recognition of prior learning under the skills certification scheme PMKVY is indeed commendable. Future strategies hinge on certifying skills that workers acquire informally or on the job. This not only helps in increasing the portability of skills, but it improves workers' ability to negotiate for better employment terms. While skilling has become a buzzword, it is important to be mindful that in itself, it does not lead to employment per se. Functional models and strategies on learning to work application are imperative for this to happen. Hence, I cannot stress more on the need for integrating technical education and skills in also the formal education system to ensure a seamless transition from school to work. One way of looking at it is to promote the national apprenticeship scheme with strong industry participation, especially also from the small and medium enterprises. Entrepreneurship development and skills development should go hand in hand. In this regard, I would like to draw your attention to a topical ILO OECD publication from last June actually in 2017, last year. It is entitled Engaging Employers in Apprenticeship Opportunities. This study and research responds to a call from the G20 leaders to implement quality apprenticeship programs. It builds on 9 countries' case studies, including one from India. It highlights that the success of apprenticeship programs depends on robust implementation at the local level. Building spaces or networks for employers to provide advice is central. Informal partnerships can be developed into broader efforts to promote apprenticeship with both local employers and young people. For example, local apprenticeship hubs can be quite effective in providing tailored advice to SMEs and helping them access the assistance and services that they need in order to participate in these efforts. Effective training is targeted and needs-led. At the grassroots level, trainings can be offered through mobile or community-based training centers. I was also interested to see here the advertisement for India's first container school. I think that was probably an example of a school that can be also moving around and is quite flexible in where it is set up. We should also think about non-traditional training providers, for example, through NGOs to have greater outreach. A flexible training delivery schedule is also important as it especially helps women to tap into the skills market. Now, going beyond pure skills demand and supply matching, the ILO works on raising awareness among employers on the intrinsic linkages between productivity and skills for market competitiveness. We have to achieve an inclusive and sustainable future of work and avoid a low-cost, low-skill race to the bottom. We have to think medium and long-term. Let me here also emphasize that the future of work is green. We must look at investing in skills for green jobs. This is a sector that is thriving and in which, indeed, India has the opportunity to script a transformative story for itself, but also for the entire globe. In India, the ILO works with its constituents to aggressively push for skills development that is in sync with global competitive markets, making sure that workers have access to right skills for the right jobs, and that these skills are portable and internationally recognized. I want to also commend the participation of the Honorable Secretary of the Ministry of Skills and Entrepreneurship of India in the ILO's International Conference on Quality Apprenticeships, which was held in Geneva this year in July. His contribution was very much appreciated. We also focus on enhancing social equity through skills so as to ensure a more holistic and sustainable intervention that benefits the marginalized communities, in line with India's and indeed the world's commitment to the 2030 Sustainable Development Agenda. In this regard, we are readily assisting employers, workers, and government in strengthening their skills programs, both at the national but in particular the state levels. I want to thank you for your attention, and I wish to congratulate you all on this awards summit. And let's skill India together. Thank you.